I'm going to go through the solutions to the functions exam from Friday. So they give you 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 9 and 4, 12. They're couples of a function. Write down the elements of the domain and the range. So the domain are the x values and the range are the y values. And the x values are first, so that's 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. They're your x values, so they're first in the brackets. Those ones. And then your y values are the ones that are second in the brackets. So they're the range. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. Explain the relationship between the domain and the range. Okay, so it goes from 1 to 3, and then 2 to 6, and then 3 to 9. So that we're going from 1, and the range for 1 is 3. We're starting at 2, and the range for that is 6. Starting at 3, and that turns into a 9, and 4 becomes a 12. Yeah? So basically what we're doing is we're taking the domain, multiplying it by 3 to get the range. Or the range is 3 times bigger, or even just multiply 3 would get your marks there. And then these two, so the function they give us is 6x minus 4, and they want us to find the value of f of 4. So f of 4, that means that x equals 4. So we do 6x minus 4, and in place of x, we put in the 4 from here, minus 4. 6 times 4 is 24 minus 4, which is 20. And then here, the x is changed. It's now minus 2. So 6x minus 4, 6, in place of the x, we put in the minus 2, and then we still have the minus 4. 6 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 12, and then we still have the minus 4. And minus 12 minus 4 is minus 16. Okay. And that's question 1. So question 2. So complete the following tables for the function g of x and h of x. Oh, sorry, they give us the functions in the next part. It's a bit weird. Okay, so here's g of x, 2x plus 4, so that is 2x plus 4. And h of x is 4 minus x. Okay, and we have to put in these numbers. Now you can do this on your calculator. So I'm going to try and talk you through it. Okay, so you press the menu setup button. And then you press 3 for, I think it says table. And this is what you should be looking at, f of x equals on your calculator. Okay, so we want to type in 2x plus 4. So you press 2, which is grand. Then up at the top left, you press the alpha button. And then you press the button with the bracket that has an x over it. And you should see an x coming up. So at the moment, what I'm looking at in my calculator is fx equals 2x. And then I want to do the plus 4, so I literally type plus 4. And press equals. Okay, then what you get is start with a question mark. And we want to start here at minus 2. So type in minus 2 and press equals. Next thing you get is end, and we want to end here at 2. So press 2 and equals. And then the last thing you get is step. So we're going up in steps of, and if you look here, every jump here is a step of 1. So you put 1 in and you press equals. And then you should get a little box, and on the left hand side of the box it will look like this: -2, -1, 0, 1. And on the right hand side is your answers. So 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay. Alternatively, you can actually just sub each one of these in. So for the first one, I'd be putting in -2. So it would be 2 in place of x, -2, and then +4. 2 times -2 is -4, and then +4, which is 0, which is the same as what I got here. Put in the second one, so that would be 2, and you'd put in a -1 plus 4, which is -2 plus 4, which is 2, which is what I got. Okay, so you can do it on your calculator, just like I did over here, or you can do it kind of manually, as in do it out, and that's fine too. Either way will work. Okay, so I'm going to do the second one. So I'm going to press menu, I'm going to press number 3, and this time I'm going to type in 4 minus alpha x and press equals. I want to start, same thing, start at -2, I want to end at 2, and I want to go up in steps of 1. Okay, and this time I'm getting 6, 5, 4, 3, and presumably, 2. Okay, that's that. And then they wanted to use the figures from the table to draw the graphs. Okay, so I'm going to write these out. So this is, I'm just going to write them out so I have them down here. The g of x graph is -2, 0. -1 is 2. 0 is 4. 1 is 6. And 2 is 8. Okay, and then just in a different color so I can keep them different. For the h graph, we have -2 with 6, -1, this just keeps going down, 5, 0 with 4, 1 with 3, and 2 with 2. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with the blue graph. So the blue graph is -2, so start in the center, go -2 to the left, and 0 means go nowhere, so just put my dot there. Start in the center, go -1, and then go up 2, so that goes there. Start in the center, the 0 means I go nowhere in terms of left and right, and then the 4 means I go up 4. I'm on to this one here now, so start in the center, go right 1, and up 6. And the last one, start in the center, go right 2, and go up 8. Okay, and then we should be able to draw a line between them. There you go. And then we'll do the red one. So start in the center. Did I do that? Sorry. Start in the center, go to -2, and go up 6. That actually just changed the colour of my... Sorry, now let me try and insert that line again. Blue, insert, line. Insert, line. Okay, now, sorry, go back to my red graph. So I did the first and second one, -1, so I start here, I go -1, and I go up 5. The third one, the 0 means I don't go left and right, but I go up 4, so I'm actually on the same one here. Back to the center, go right 1 and up 3, and then back to the center, right 2, up 2. Okay, then draw a line through them. Okay, there's my 2 graphs. Okay. So use your graph from part B to write down the point of intersection of g of x and h of x. So I think you can see that's where it crosses. So that, oh, need a pen. That point is 0, 4. And then check your answer. So using algebra, so this is a simultaneous equation. So y equals 2x, actually, do you know what I'll do? Okay, so these should always be x first, y second, and the number over here. Okay, so these are all in the wrong order, okay? So y equals 2x plus 4. I am going to take this 2x, which at the moment is a plus, and I'm going to bring it over here so it becomes a minus 2x, and then it's gone from there. Yeah? So I have minus 2x, the y is positive, so plus y. It's gone from here now, so I just have equals 4. Okay, and now it's x, y equals number. Same on the other one, so y equals 4 minus x. I need to take this, which is clearly a minus, bring it all the way over here. It is crossing the equal, so it will change, so it becomes a plus x. And then it's gone from here. So I have x, this y has no sign, which means it's a plus y, and equals 4. Alright, so put them one on top of the other, so minus x plus y equals 4, that's this one, and x plus y equals 4. Okay, so I want to cancel the x's, so they need to have the same number and a different sign. So if I multiply this bottom line by 2, okay, okay, the top line stays as it is, minus 2x plus y equals 4. The bottom line, this x multiplied by 2 becomes a 2x. This y multiplied by 2 becomes 2y, and this 4 multiplied by 2 becomes 8. Okay, and now if you look here, change that colour. The numbers are the same. This 2, the top one, is minus. And the bottom one has no sign, and if it has no sign, that means it's plus. So when you're trying to do these simultaneous, what we want is the same number, and you can see that in green, and different sign, you can see that in yellow. Okay, once you have achieved same number, different sign, they cancel. Okay, then we go on. So this y, this little y on its own is a 1y. So 1y and 2y is 3y. And 8 and 4 is 12. And then to get rid of that 3, we divide by 3. That will get rid of that. But we have to divide by 3 over here as well. So we get y equals 4. Okay, so we have the y. Now you pick either equation, doesn't matter. I'm going to take the top one. So y equals 2x plus 4. And I'm going to take my value for y and put it in. So I get 4 equals 2x plus 4. I'm trying to get the x, so I will take this 4 and move it over here where it becomes a minus 4. That's gone. So now I have minus 4 plus 4. Minus 4 plus 4 is 0. And then here I have 2x. To get rid of the 2, you divide by 2. But if you divide by 2 here, you have to divide by 2 over here. So x equals 0. So if I write my point down, the x value goes first, so that's 0, and the y value goes second, so that's 4. And if you remember, that's what I got. Okay, so I was checking my answer, which means we should have got the same thing, and we did. Okay, and then the last question. Okay, so graph the function. So this is the same thing as before. So I go menu setup, 3 for table. Now I want an X first, so I go alpha X and then press my squared button. So I'll just briefly do this. So you do your menu setup button again. You go 3 for table again. And then you're looking at f of x equals. Now, just typing this in because it's a little bit harder than the last one. To get the x squared, you go alpha, and then that button with the x on it. So it's the bracket button that has an x over it. And then you need to press the squared button. So you press that button, okay? And that gives you this bit. So the next bit is minus 4x. So you do minus 4, and then to get the x is alpha and your x button. So minus 4 alpha x. So that's that second bit done. And then the last bit is simply just plus 2. So you just type plus 2. Alright, so you hit equals and then you get, oh crap. Sorry, I just deleted it. So alpha x squared minus 4 alpha x plus 2. Right, so our start point, you get it from here. Just let me get a highlighter. So the last time it was in the table, it's not in the table this time. That's your start point there. So we type in minus 1 and press equals. Your end point you get here. So 4 equals. And you can see from the graph, it goes from minus 1 to 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. So it's going up in steps of 1. So besides step, you put in 1 and press equals. Okay. You get your list, so I'm just going to write it down. So on the left I have minus 1 and on the right I have 7. On the left I have 0 and on the right I have 2. On the left I have 1, on the right I have minus 1. On the left I have 2, on the right I have minus 2. On the left I have 3 with minus 1 on the right, and then the last one is 4, 2. Alright, so I'm going to throw these in. So minus 1, 7 goes here. 0 means go nowhere left and right, and then the 2 means go up 2. Back to the center, I'm on this one. So I need to go right 1 and down 1. There you go. This one here, I need to go right 2 and down 2. This one, I go right 3 and down 1. And then this one, I go right 4 and up 2. Okay, now I'm going to find this hard, but you have to join them. So obviously this will be easier for you. Okay, it's actually not bad. Okay, so it looks something like that. And that's it. Okay, so will you go through your answers there? Obviously, if you sent me on an exam, I will mark it. Make sure you get it, especially the calculator stuff. So, like, functions is so easy when you can do the hard ones on a calculator. So just make sure that you can actually generate these answers on your calculator following these rules. Let me know if there's any issues.